Hello friends, the new artificial intelligence from Google, which outperformed GPT in 57 knowledge areas, including mathematics and physics. Tesla has dismissed the head of computer development for DOJO. The company Looking Glass has introduced pocket-sized holographic displays, the most powerful humanoid robot capable of withstanding kicks. Boston Dynamics' robot dog is becoming a thing of the past, making way for robot mice. And the Hubble Space Telescope is ready to resume scientific work after a malfunction. All this and much more right now. Let's go. Meanwhile, we want to tell you about the startup Looking Glass factory with headquarters in the USA and Hong Kong, which is engaged in the development of displays capable of conveying a three-dimensional effect without the need for special glasses or headsets. In the past, the startup has already showcased desktop screens ranging from 7.9 to 65 inches. Now they have introduced their most affordable and portable model, Looking Glass Go, priced at $300. In the new Looking Glass model, two major technological trends are combined: three-dimensional displays and generative artificial intelligence capable of creating content for holographic devices. Like the previous models, the Pro Workstation and the Looking Glass 65 screen, the new Go model allows users to immerse themselves in three-dimensional images without the need for special glasses or headsets. The 6-inch screen is 10 times thinner than previous Looking Glass models and compact enough to fit in a pocket or purse. However, as before, it will need to be connected to a battery or a power source as it lacks a built-in battery. A plus is the inclusion of Wi-Fi for downloading holograms from the cloud. The expected retail price is $300 now, but on Kickstarter, you can seize the opportunity to purchase Go for $199 now. The package includes a hologram pack based on AI, which transforms regular two-dimensional images into three-dimensional holograms. The app also allows for generating holograms via text requests and creating a digital assistant with voice and character for working with programs. Importantly, no special skills are required for this feature, making it accessible to any user. Additionally, 3D artists and coders can use plugins from the Unity, Unreal, Blender, and WebXR libraries to create applications with holographic images. Tesla has parted ways with the head of the DOJO supercomputer development team, possibly due to issues with the next-generation supercomputer. Tesla employs DOJO for training neural networks necessary for autonomous driving, according to sources. The head of Tesla's hardware for DOJO, Ganesh Venkataramanan, has already left the company. Ganesh was hired by Tesla when Elon Musk aimed to establish a chip production team to support the company's efforts in creating self-driving cars. He was involved in the development of Tesla chips for autonomous driving and more recently was responsible for the hardware of the DOJO supercomputer. Officially, Ganesh held the position of Senior Director of Autopilot Hardware. Tesla uses the DOJO supercomputer to accelerate its neural network program for autonomous driving. The first cluster of DOJO was launched this summer after a significant delay. The new AI from Google, which, as claimed by the Rainbow team, has beaten GPT in 57 knowledge areas, including mathematics and physics. A new era has begun, and it's the era of Genie, declared Sundar Pichai, the CEO of Google, introducing the extensive language model Genie, or the twins, according to Pichai. According to James Hassabis, the head of DeepMind at Google, it's a massive leap forward that will impact all of the company's products without exception. A year ago, OpenAI released ChatGPT, which instantly became a hit in the AI field. Now, Google, which had considered itself a leader in this technology for over 10 years and was caught off guard by the success of GPT, has retaliated. The Google team managed to create the first model that achieved 90% in the MML test, a massive multitask test for language understanding, surpassing experts in various tasks related to erudition and problem solving, including mathematics, physics, history, law, medicine, and ethics. The model was trained not only on texts, but also on audio and video data, creating a multimodal model. It promises to cover the entire spectrum of model perception, including touch and tactile feedback, as explained by Hassabis. Genie, In addition to being a versatile language model, freely programs in Python, Java, C++, and Go. It has already demonstrated creating websites that dynamically encode themselves during use. If new internet features are needed, you start with one page that gradually develops into what you actually need. Genie is not alone. There's a lighter version called Genie Nano, runnable on Android devices without an internet connection. There's also a more advanced version, Gemini Pro, which will soon form the basis of several Google services. Starting today, it supports the operation of the chatbot, BART. An even more powerful version, Gemini Ultra for data centers, is under development and will be available next year. Apart from BART, Google's new model already supports some features of the Pixel 8 Pro smartphone. Developers and clients will access Genie Pro through Google Generative AI Studio or Vertex AI in Google Cloud, starting from December 13. While Genie is currently available only in English as it integrates into the Google search engine, Chrome browser, advertising products, and more, support for other languages will undoubtedly follow. But is everything as excellent as it seems? In reality, during the presentation of the Gemini language model, Google showed a video that demonstrated the impressive work of its AI. However, the audience's amazement didn't last long. According to media reports, the tech giant significantly embellished the real capabilities of the neural network. One of the first to notice the discrepancy between the main material and reality was Bloomberg. According to journalists, Google deliberately left out a significant part of the process between user queries and the end result. For example, in a segment where the user gestures and Genie supposedly instantly recognizes that it's a rock-paper-scissors game, the reality is far from simple. To get an accurate answer from the neural network, you need to first show all three gestures and then provide a clue in the form of a guiding question. Otherwise, the AI will simply describe what it sees, the person's hand. According to the results of the investigation, all images, text prompts, and answers shown in the video were carefully selected in advance. The actual query process was significantly shortened for viewers in favor of spectacle and dynamics. NASA reported that on December 8th, the Hubble Space Telescope resumed its scientific operations. The observatory had been in service mode since the end of November following a series of failures in its gyroscopes. Without these devices, precise pointing of the telescope was impossible. After analyzing the situation, the NASA team found a solution, and today the telescope is expected to return to its normal operations. The Hubble Space Telescope's orientation system includes 6 gyroscopes. On April 24th of next year, the veteran telescope will turn 34 years old. The last replacement of all 6 sensors was carried out in 2009 when shuttles were still in operation. Today, such replacements are not possible. The good news is that the telescope can be oriented based on the readings of a single gyroscope. For the past few years, 3 of them have remained operational. A failure in the readings of any of the working gyroscopes puts the observatory into a safe mode. This happened for the first time in the last year on November 19th. Engineers at NASA returned the telescope to work the next day, but after another day, a new malfunction automatically sent the observatory back into standby mode on November 23rd. After this incident, specialists disconnected the telescope from work for an extended analysis of the problem. The telescope is expected to resume scientific work today with all 3 newly configured gyroscopes, and none of them have been lost, allowing the observatory to maintain a reserve for potential future malfunctions. Roboticists from the Technical University of Munich, together with their Chinese counterparts, have developed a mechanical mouse, and the first prototype is named NERM. The source compares this robot rodent to 4-legged robot dogs like Boston Dynamics Spot and expresses support for this initial project. Unlike its counterparts, the mechanical mouse has a more maneuverable body and can move almost as efficiently as its biological counterpart. Despite the general resemblance to real mice, the robot's paws have differences. They more resemble springy prosthetic legs and soles used by people with amputated limbs. Through the plastic ribs of the robot, electronic internals are visible, aiding the robot in autonomous movement. The main parts were 3D printed, and a miniature single-board computer Raspberry Pi serves as the brain. Scientists have successfully tested the robot mouse where it effectively performed 4 tasks: walking, balancing, turning, and navigating a maze. Chinese company Unitree, specializing in the development of robodogs and humanoid robots similar to Boston Dynamics, has successfully created its most powerful humanoid robot, named H1. The company released a video on its official YouTube channel where Unitree engineers demonstrated the phenomenal stability of H1. The robot can navigate through uneven terrain, carry a payload of up to 30 kilograms, and withstand strong kicks without falling. In the video, engineers even pushed H1 while it stood on an uneven surface, yet the humanoid remarkably maintained its balance. The Unitree H1 robot stands at a height of 80 centimeters and weighs 100 kilograms. Its autonomy is powered by a built-in 863 kilowatt-per-hour battery. The robot's leg joints have 5 degrees of freedom, while the arm joints have 4. A system of cameras and sensors is located on its waist. The walking speed of the H1 robot is 5.6 kilometers per hour. It is expected that the H1 robot will be available for purchase in 2024 with pre-orders already open. The estimated price for the device is $85,000.